Hey guys, welcome back. It's me, Gimpy, and I am here with Turn 5 of Lock and Load Publishing's Heroes in Defiance. Where are all the others scenario. You gotta say thanks again, everybody, for helping me push above 1,000 subscribers. If you haven't seen it yet, I do have Gimpy's game giveaway going on. I'm going to be doing a whole bunch of them for the month of February, one each week. The first one is Heroes of the Falklands, is that it? Yeah, Heroes of the Falklands is the first giveaway, and then you'll see what week 2 is here, in a week. But make sure you subscribe and comment on that video specifically. I'm making sure to mention in every one of them. If you want to be entered, just leave a comment. So I pretty much, that's just how I use it to make a list. I've seen, plenty of other people use some of those giveaways where like you hit the little button and it gives you so many entries, and then you have to go to Facebook and you have to go to this, and if you like them on Instagram, and I don't do all that crap. I don't have an Instagram, I don't have a Twitter, whatever the hell you call it shit. I've got Facebook and YouTube, but the easiest way for me to make a list is just have people leave a comment. I figured that's the easiest way. If I don't want to take and jump through a whole bunch of stupid damn hoops to enter a contest, I'm trying to make it to where you guys have the least amount of hoops just so I can get your name, So I hope that works out for you guys. I do have to say thanks again to Mike. This arrived for me, a little Space Infantry. He sent this to me. I had mentioned in the previous turn, or a couple of previous turns, that I was looking for that. That's real awesome. I appreciate that. I've been playing it earlier today to get some games in, so I can do a playthrough for you guys of that before the new one comes out. So be looking for that here soon, but I got to get Warfighter done first for DBG, because I know some people are looking for that one. One other thing, I did have some people asking me about doing like a live playthrough. It's not that I per se mind doing that. The only problem with it is the whole landmine head injury thing. Part of the problem with that was seizures. So sometimes you'll see it in some of my videos where it looks like there's like a little chop in there. I try to mute it so it doesn't show up too much, but occasionally like I'll just space out due to the head injury, and it'll be like 30 seconds of silence while the brain reboots, and it's just like a small level seizure. But it would make doing a live session hard. I might try taking and record a whole game session start to finish and just see how it worked. I'll pick like a small scenario from a Lock and Load tactical game or GMT game, something like that I could play in a couple hours, and just film it the whole way through and see how it works. And if it works well, then I'll post that up for you guys. Another problem is I actually film late at night, so my kids are in bed and not screaming in the background. So it's, I think, 12:31 in the morning right now. So if I were to do something like that, very few people would be able to watch unless they were night owls like me or somewhere else on the planet. But I will see what I can work out to do one of those for you, or at least do a start to finish game session, so I can try to hit that up for you guys. All right, but that's it. That's enough rambling. Let's oh, one other thing, quick thing I want to touch on. The guys who are working on that new title from Lock and Load, the Red Eclipse title, invited me into the Facebook group, so I'm getting some updates on that. Steve Overton and Tony are working on that. Game looks good. A lot of good stuff coming out from it. I'll keep you guys updated on what I find out about that. I hope to get into some playtesting for it so I can give you guys some better ideas of what it's going to be like. It's going to be similar to this, but a lot of new innovative mechanics. Looks really good. I'll try to get some screenshots so I can take and post those up for you guys as well. But definitely check it out. If you like Lock and Load tactical stuff, you will like that. Alright, but let's get started on the next turn. Alright, so like I said on the previous turn, I think this turn's really going to affect it. They've got to get so many of these buildings, okay, to get points, and I just don't think they're going to be able to get in far enough to get the points that they need. I think I'm going to be able to stop them between the one squad I have left, the max machine gun that's here, and these guys, because I was thinking if I move them, they're not going to be able to fire. These guys don't have assault move, so it's not like I'm moving here and firing into these guys. But this line, if you trace it right here, they have a line of sight all over here to the left. So if these guys move up or these little guys move up, I've got a line of sight on them. These, my kill team here, can only not see from here back. They can see from over here forward, so they'll be able to put some hurt on anything that moves here. So I'm just going to leave them there and let them op fire to slow down anything that comes. My key thing is if the maximum machine gun rallies or not. If it doesn't, that could go bad for me, but I could still pop up a mine here, and I can still take and put my last kill team. If I put them here, there's no way. There's no way they're going to be able to get in there close enough, because they'd either have to go this way to get into these buildings or this way to get into these, and both of my kill teams will be here. So yeah, there's really no way they can do it. And this guy can't come in here because he's shaken, so he can't move towards my guys. He has to get rallied before he can go. All right, but let's take and roll for the initiative phase, see who wins it. I don't think the Germans have won once this game. Let's see if it continues. Nope, they got it this time, so that could be bad for me. Okay, they're going to attempt to rally. Let's see what happens here. I think they just have the one that needs to rally, the squad here. Yeah, because none of these guys are down. And those guys are good. Their machine gun is good. Yeah, just the one guy here attempting to rally. He is still in the open, so but he does get Von Marshall's leadership bonus. So 6 or better on his rally. I almost rolled 1 dice. That would have made it real easy for him to rally. Come on, high number. Was it 7? Yes, by 1. Oh, I was butt puckered there for a second. Okay, now I need to see if I can rally, because all my guys are good here, right? Yep. They're all good. It's just my machine gun. My machine gun is going to get a +2, so I need an 8 or under. It's not horrible. Come on. 7. Oh, lucky 7. Look at that. So I'm talking about 7 twice in a row. That's exactly what I needed. Big thing was having my machine gun alive. These guys are at range 1. And see, the thing is that's what I've got to play them like, you know, I would play a human, you know, person. They've got, if they have any chance of winning, they have to move. These guys have to be out of the way. Okay? Because yeah, this kill team is only going to be able to shoot here. Their best bet would be to actually to take and move into this hex and assault, you know, attack the machine gun to put as much hurt on him as he can to try to take him out. So I think their best bet is just to clear out, and if they go down, they go down, and try to either move here. Let's see. To move into that hex, I know to move into a bunker it's 2 points, because a bunker counts as a hex within a hex, right? So effectively there's the street hex and then a bunker on the street hex. Okay, so yeah, it'll be 1 movement point for them to go there, and they could go into the bunker for 2 more movement points. Which way are they going to go? They'd either go here. They're going to be op fired at either way. Let's see. Okay. I don't know where to go with them. See, I'm having to make a judgment call on this, because if I draw a card, they're at range 1, the priority is going to say fire. But tactically, they have to get out of the way due to the stacking limits, so these guys can get up to even attempt to get in here. So the machine gun can fire over here on a following turn. You know what? That might be their best bet. If I were to play this, you know, realistically, like I'm trying to do my best for them, these guys need to try to take and move over here to get into some of these buildings. They're already going to have to risk op fire from these guys. The best bet would probably be to have this machine gun fire across at mine, the MG34 at my Maxim, in the hopes of taking and shaking him, so at least these guys will not be op fired on by 2 different people with the possibility of a mine. So yeah, Alright, I'm having to go straight off the cards on this one. This is complete Gimpy call for what I think is best for the enemy. Because, let's see. Yeah, see, range 1, fire, dynamic move. It is going to be a dynamic move for them effectively. So technically it is what they're supposed to be doing. No, excuse me, I'm blanking out on that. It's saying for them to move or fire, but we're going to take and ignore that and go for the best chance they have to win, which is to take out one of my weapons that could potentially stop these guys from getting wherever they're going. Okay, so we're going to take and have the MG34 finally get in this fight. They haven't done shit this whole game. And fire over here at my Maxim. Let's see. He's firing with a firepower of 3, range of 12. And I don't think there's anything that's going to affect that. Let's see. This is clear. So this is level 1, 2, 3. He's on level 3. This is level 3. My guy's on level 4 in cover, but there are units adjacent, so it means he's spotted. Okay. So if we just draw the line right over there, yeah, I'm not thinking that's, it might clip, yeah, it kind of clips the edge of this hex, but I'm going to give him the shot anyway, because if I don't, that just really screws him over. So yeah, we'll take and have the MG34 fire up the Maxim. They are firing with a firepower of 3, and again, I am defending with the 3 because of the 2 terrain modifier with the trees and the +1 for, again, being uphill. I think that's uphill is counted as well because my guy's on level 4. But yeah, we'll count it on. So it's 3 for each, so effectively plus nothing. And I dropped my dice. Sorry about that. Because I gotta take and, you know, roll them before I take and drop them in. Oh, not good. Alright, I got a 5, they got a 7. Difference of 2. This is not good. Okay. 2 on the direct fire table. Come on. Low number. Low number. 2, 6. Yes! Okay, he's still good. We survived. That was close. Alright, so it almost panned out for him. 1 number difference. If that roll had been 1 number higher, it would have shaken the machine gun and been a game changer. But I am not making the same mistake this time that I did last time. I am firing right at these guys at point blank range to do as much hurt on them as I can. They have no terrain modifier, no leadership, and I'm firing with a firepower 4 due to having the adjacency bonus and a natural firepower of 2. I don't think there's any bonus for firing down on someone. I think it's just you get a bonus if you're firing up. Yeah, and these guys aren't moving or anything, so yeah. Okay, so 4 for me on the blue, nothing for them. Come on. Well, good for me if I can take these guys down. This is going to change their plan, especially if I shake something. If I was able to shake both of these guys, that effectively blocks this hex, and these guys are pinned in because they can't get across the wire. They couldn't go this way, so their only bet would be to get into these woods, which is going to slow them down even more. They need to get here. Alright, let's see where we go here. 3 and 4, it's not too bad. That gives me a 7 versus their 4, so a difference of 3. I can take that. 3 on the direct fire table. I need a 3 or higher to shake them on this one. Come on. Come on, let's shake them. Possible. Damn, hero creation. Alright, we'll deal that in a sec. Let's check the second guy. Come on. Come on. 6. Okay, we at least shook one of them. 3 plus 6 is 9. Okay, so not double. One short of double. But I did shake one of them, so that effectively seals that hex in, which is good. Alright, let's block that, and hold on, I gotta look up the hero creation number real quick. Okay, so for the possible hero here, I was looking to see if it was even or odd, It's going to be even. We'll create a hero. Odd won't. Let's hope for an odd. 3. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Okay. If a hero had been created, we just would have randomly grabbed a hero, which I think they had just one left anyway. Set to the side, and he would appear in the hex, but no hero creation. We did slow him down a little bit. I was hoping to shake them both. Let's see. They're going to have to take... Am I going to make... Yeah, I'm going to have to make another judgment call on this. This is just due to the time frame that's left on the match and the specific objectives, because their guys are going to want to fire at this machine gun if we're just drawing the cards based on it, but he has to get out of that hex because you can only have 3 squads in a hex. This kill team has 3 squads, so he has to leave a squad behind if he moves through this way, which will effectively weaken them, which is good for me. Where are they gonna go? So see, that's 1 that's uphill into a building, so 2, 3, 4. No, yeah, is it 1 per hill or is it just 1 for hill? Let me look. +1 movement point to a move to a higher elevation if you're leg. All right. 1 movement point to move 1 level higher, 2 to move 2 levels higher in the same hex. Okay, yep. So this, he would be moving into level 1, that's 2, 3. All right, so yeah, that would actually be 5 movement points for him to go there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the building. So he cannot get there. He has to go a different way, which means he could go 1 where he'd be outfired on, but it's pretty much his only choice. They have to attempt to get into a building. If he goes here, he won't get the cover of the bunker. He won't get that +2 because he'll be effectively on the bunker, not in the bunker. But he could go 1, let's see, that's 1 elevation. So 1 elevation, 2, 3, 4. Okay, he can make that direction, but he can't make this direction. And do I place, like, I could place a mine on top of that thing? I don't know. Oh, I just don't know. Yeah, we'll let him go with it. Okay, so for the judgment call on him, and like I said, normally I always use the cards when it comes to it, but this again is due to the fact that they have to get into the buildings and there's very little time left in the match itself. So we're going to take, he's going to attempt to make a running move here to here, okay, to try to get into a building to get them some points. I am going to op fire on him when he's here, and the good part is that my hero here has opportunist, which means he gets to op fire even when he has a marker on him anyway. So I'm going to fire at him when he's effectively out in the open here with the whole squad, not just my hero, the whole kill stack rather. See, so that's 1, 2, that's 3. Yeah, it is 3. That's unfortunate. Again, he does have an MG34, but since he's a single man counter, he has to cut it in half. You know what? I could have taken during my rally phase. Okay, yeah, during my rally phase, let's say I did this, I switched out the MG34 on my hero with the check at, whatever it is, with one of the guys. So effectively that gives the half squad can fire that weapon at full power without their inherent firepower. So effectively this stack is firing at a 4, all right, without having to get long-winded on the math of why. So 4 at this guy, he's caught out in the open on top of the bunker, not in the bunker, as he's making his man dash for this building. So +4 for me, and let me hit him with a opt complete and a fired marker. to show that. Wait. I think Opportunity Fire has a -1 penalty on it, if I remember right. Let me check just to make sure. With the exception that the attacker receives a +1 bonus unless firing at low crawling stealth units. Okay, yeah, I'm getting a +1 bonus, not a -1 bonus. Okay, so +1 against the moving target. So I actually got 5. That's good. All right, come on, kill this little SOB. Well, sure as hell needed it. I got 6 versus his 2, so that's a difference of 4. Let's roll on the direct fire table, see what we got here. 2 plus that's 4, so that gives a 6 total, which is more than his morale, so he is shaken, so at least I did stop them there. Outstanding. Okay. Now it's back to my turn, or my impulse rather. And I really think they're pretty well screwed at this point. I'm wondering, like, okay, do I pop my squad here, my last squad that I've got, and rain hell down on these guys in the hopes of saving my machine gun? Because if he moves up, there's only that. I don't think they can win. I don't think they have the movement points even if they run in to win. But if I put him here, I'd have a line of sight over to those guys. What would their range be? That would be a range of 6, 5. Yeah, they got plenty of range. I could take and move them there. You know what? These guys haven't been in the game at all. I'm just going to go ahead and pop them in here. Although it would be neat if I was able to take and complete the game, the whole scenario, without a squad and a leader and a support weapon, doing it with even less effectively. But this barbed wire really did make a difference in the mines themselves. I don't know, my thought process is if I have these guys here, I can go ahead and fire into those guys, but that bunker's there, so it's a degrading terrain. If I did that, that would only be a firepower of 2, 3, a firepower of 2. Oh, so not that good. But if I went there, it'd be a firepower of 5 versus their terrain modifier, I think, of 2. What is that building? Should be a light building. +3. Okay. So they'd have a +3 versus my +5, or I'd be there in a advantageous position with nothing to worry about. I think I'm just going to hold them. I'm going to keep holding them. We're going to see how we're going to do this. Which means they're going to go again, because both of my guys have gone. So, well, let's get this little stack over here done. We'll draw a card for them. They're at range 2. Fire, smoke, or move. It's pretty much all the options that they have. They can pretty much move now indiscriminately, since this guy is already fired, so he can't op fire at him. So they'll go ahead and move up this turn. They still have a shaken squad there though, so they can't go far, so they'll just go up into the one that has 2 movement points, right? Yeah, Lightwood's is 2 movement points. So that's as far as they'll go, but at least to give him a cover bonus on the following turn to attempt to try to rally that last squad, but I really don't think that's going to matter for him. And the last bit of this turn, oh, I forgot to put markers on that guy, is going to be this SOB coming up. And I already know what they're doing. They're going to take and move up. They're going to have to leave one squad. Again, they're having to leave the squad due to the fact that the stacking limits. They can only have 3 squads in the hex, 2 single main counters and vehicles and all that good shit. So this guy cannot come. he can fire separately on his own, but these guys are going to assault move into this hex. We'll hit them with the fired, which is going to weaken their thing. Let's see what we got. A huge stack of guys right here. All right, so that's 2, 3, 7, 8, 9, 10. So they only lost 1. Not horrible. All right. They've got a 10, and they're losing 2 for the assault move, but they're gaining 2 for the adjacency. So they're still firing at a 10. I mean, I don't think that the machine gun is going to last. Although, good God, he has survived a hail of fire this round, or this scenario rather. Again, blue for the Max machine gun, white for the Germans. Let's see if they can finally take out this Maxim. Yeah, that might do it. Oh, that might do it. Okay, that's going to be 4 versus 14. Oh, a difference of 10. Oh, okay. Let's see here. Weapon team is just going to be gone, because if it takes casualties, they just die. 10 versus their morale of 6. Oh, at least they're in good order. Come on, low number, low number. 3, so that's 13. That is more than double. They're gone. That took them out. Oh, look at this, I'm knocking them around again. Don't do that. All right, this goes here. Put my little counters back. Damn. I was hoping that machine gun would hold out. Well, that took care of that little bit of problem. Oh, that is unfortunate. But no big deal. All we had to do was hold him back. And is this SOB going to move? He can go. That's up 1 more level. 1, 2, 3, 4. He could get to there. He can't go there. You know what? I'm just going to leave him here for now, because if he gets into the woods, he's just having to move back in this direction. He needs the shortest direction on the next one. And the shaken group guy, squad, whatever, it's here on the bottom. They will be able to attempt to rally with that hero being in the hex on the following turn. Oh, see, that's what I was anticipating happening way back when these guys came in here and started firing. But they had 2 real big shots that just totally went nowhere on that Maxim, which really changed the pace of the game and allowed me to keep going. But still, they have to have, let's look up the victory conditions. I think it's 4 points that they have to have, which means 4 buildings. At the end of the scenario, if the German player has at least 4 victory points and more victory points than the Belgian player, the German player wins. All other outcomes result in a Belgian victory. The Belgian player earns 1 victory point for each eliminated German counter. Half squads count as half victory points. The German player earns 1 victory point for each controlled building hex, you know, up here. So I have a handful of victory points as it is now. Yeah, there's no way they can beat me. We'll play out the last round just to see what happens in the following video. But there's no way they can win. With the amount of points that I already have, the whole kill team up here just devastated. I almost think that this scenario would be played on the Germans' side if they spread out a lot more instead of having stacked kill teams. But you can see all they needed was 1 good roll to really just devastate things. That Maxim machine gun lasted, I mean, it took a firepower of like 8 or 10 back here and it survived. It took it again the previous turn there, and it wasn't until they made it all the way up here that they finally got a good roll and just wiped them out. No, yeah, I think the strategy worked. I just think the Germans got unlucky on this one, honestly. They should have had very little resistance here if the machine gun had gone down like it should have. Or earlier in the match, they would have been able to push through, which would have meant they I would have had to spawn in that other squad that I have a lot sooner. than I have. I still can't believe they're still off map. I'd like to see them be able to survive the last round. Well, actually, technically they could. There's no way they can earn enough points just based purely on movement factor alone. Let's see. These guys, I think they can only go 4. No, they could double time, so they could get 6. So let's say they went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they could get to 1 building. These guys can only go 4. So again, they could at most get to 1 building. The most they could get by running and not attacking anything is into these 2 buildings. They can't even get to the objectives based on movement points alone. So yeah, the Germans have lost completely. We'll take and play it out. What do I have left? I'll tell you what. Screw it. Let's just take and go ahead and do it. We'll do the finale because there's not much left. Let's just go ahead and play this out real quick and see what happens. I don't think you guys will mind. There's not much left in the match anyway. Let's pull all these off. See, movement point there. These guys are shaking. This guy comes off there. Alright, I got all of them. Yeah. And we'll take and start the rally phase and we'll see what happens. Alright, so let's take... Where's my other dice? Okay, last turn 6. We'll roll off on it. See who gets it. And, ooh, I got it. 5 to 4. So, they had it 1 turn. I had initiative every other turn. I don't have anyone that's shaken, though, that I need to worry about. It's just them. And it would be great if they had that charismatic guy up here, because he could, if he was down here, he could attempt to rally those guys, but he's gone. This one guy will attempt to rally. He's going to need a 5 or under. Unfortunately, he's got no bonus. This key squad here, though, they can. They'll be able to do it. Let's see, a 6, 8. 8 or under. So 5 or under over here, and then 8 or under. All right, let's do the 5 or under first. And nope. And over here, the Bond Marshals squad that hasn't rallied at all. See if they're going to take and rally. No, they made it 10. Good grief. Those guys just do not want to rally. Okay. I've got initiative. I'm saving these guys to op fire. Let's see. Okay. So we'll take... I'm probably just going to have to pass and let them go because I want to save my last group to go in there. So go 1, 2, 1. Oh, no, wait. Crossing the river. That is an extra movement point. He might not even be able to make it up there. How much is that? Is it 2 movement points? From the beginning of the book. Leg. Yep. Let's see. So if he goes 1, 2, 3, up. Let's see, that's +2. Yep, he can't even make it into this building. He cannot even make it into this building. Well, that's just unfortunate for him. Well, since he can't make it into the building, there's no reason for him to move because it's just extra points for me if he gets shot up. The only guy that can make it into a building is these guys. Let's see. Yep, because I was missing the river here. This guy shouldn't have been able to go as far either. So if we go 1, 2, there, and then that's up 3, 4, 5. These guys can't make it either. They can't make it into a building since this guy can make it into a building, a single. Since he has 6 movement points, he could make it into one of these buildings. 1, 2, up, 3, 4, 5. Yep, they have one guy that has enough movement points to actually make it to a building. No one else can make it. So to attempt to preserve the rest of their guys, we'll take and have their 1 to see if they can make a point. He'll go here. I'm not going to be able to drop my last mine. At that point, yeah, we'll take and drop in our last guys, and we'll have both groups op fire. If the hero makes it, the Germans get a point. If they don't, they don't get shit. So let's see what happens here. He's firing with a firepower of 5 with the adjacency versus his nothing. That's oh no, wait, not me. C5's 9, so difference of 3. 3 on the table. See what he's gonna get. 3, 3. Nope, he's good. He survived it. Damn, well, SOB. Alright. Mark him with the fired. These guys are gonna op fire. They've got 4 versus him. Again, nothing. See what he gets. Ooh, that one might get him. 8 versus 2 is 6. Oh yeah, because even a 1 shakes him. He gets nothing. Yeah, he's shaken. Bam. The hero does not make it. Actually, where's my shaken marker? Oh, I can't find him. I thought I had him. We'll just flip him over to his wounded side just to annotate it. I don't see my shaken markers. They were in here somewhere. But that's going to be it, actually. That's going to be the end of the scenario, because there's no reason to move anyone else. They can't take and get anyone else by movement points into the buildings. The machine gun here just did a far too good a job of holding him up. The fact that he survived attacks that just he shouldn't have kept making them take their time as they were moving this way, because they were trying to clear him out, and it just took too long. A human player, you know, it's kind of funny. I'm playing the game by myself, but I'm like talking in my head. There's someone else there. You know, the deck of cards is a person. We'll call the deck of cards Bob. All right, Bob would have. Bob played it a little too slow. I think a human opponent would have pushed in a little bit harder and maybe ignored the maximum machine gun and just tried to get the guys in sooner. I don't know. We'll have to play that one again, probably see what it is. Spoiler alert. I'm going to read out what the event is here on A and B. If you don't want to know because you want to play this part by yourself without knowing what these events are, this is your warning to take and look away. It says that the event for A and B is actually the same, so I'm just going to go ahead and read that out. What would have happened had they made it in there? In the house, you discover the rest of the stock of explosives that were used to destroy the bridges. One of your men says, and this is what the Germans are reading. One of your men says, "There's enough here to blow up the entire hill." And as he finishes his sentence, a stray bullet breaks the window and ignites the explosives. Kaboom! Place a rubble marker on the hex. All units in the hex must pass a morale check. Leadership bonus only applies. If not, they are eliminated. The hex continues to count as a German victory point hex, and any eliminated German units count towards the Belgian player's victory point total. Remove event markers A and B. Well, that is a very bad thing. So effectively, the areas that they had to go to get points were booby-trapped. So they would have lost a kill team had they effectively got into either one of those hexes. That's not very good for the Germans. I'll tell you, after playing this one, it's a fun scenario. It's quite fun. I definitely suggest trying it out, especially with as solo. You know, it plays very well solo. But I originally thought playing it that the Germans were just going to walk all over my little handful of troops, and I'd be done by like round 2 or 3, that I'd have nothing left. But I can't believe I actually won the scenario and was able to take out like this. Look at that, right there at the top right of the screen there, that little stack of German counters. Now granted, some of those are half counters that, or full squads that were reduced to half squads over here, but I did take out still a bunch of them. I just did not see that coming. Fun scenario though. Next scenario I'm going to do is going to be from the Heroes of Nam. That was the next one that was requested. It will be a little bit before I get to that one, so it'll be a little while before I do another block and load tactical game. I've got Space Infantry, like I said, still to do for you guys. I want to get a little Space Empires just to show it to you before Replicators comes out, or after Replicators, depending on what time. Warfighter I still got to do. Still got to finish up Pendragon, and still trying to squeeze in some unconditional surrender when I have time between all that. So I am going as fast as I can for you guys. I am working my butt off trying to get all the stuff that you guys want to see out. Just bear with me, and I'll get it filmed and to you guys as soon as I can. But that's going to be it. I hope you guys enjoyed this series, and leave comments down below if you are looking for a specific scenario in Heroes of Nam or one from one of the compendiums. I might actually look into the compendium, do something a little different for Heroes of Nam. But let me know if you see a specific one you think would be a good one to film for the next one. That's going to be it for me. You guys take care. I'll see you in the next one.